Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October the 14th, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Monday out there so far. Everybody has a great Monday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be talking about Invest 94L, which looks to possibly become Tropical Storm Nadine sometime later this week or toward the weekend. So we'll continue to monitor that. As you can see on the satellite, infrared satellite imagery, you can see it's getting kind of a little bit of convection starting to develop, but still kind of poorly organized at this time. But you can see the convection is starting to slowly ramp up with this system. Let's take a look at the spaghetti-o models of this. Alright, you can see here's the current position behind the 6 hour, and it kind of moves it into the Caribbean Sea. Some of the models have been wanting to turn it this way through the Bahamas and maybe out to the east, to the northeast, but a lot of models has going pretty consistent with this here, making it maybe just a westward turn. So, but something we will continue to monitor and see if it happens to turn a little bit to the north and to the north and maybe make landfall in the Gulf of Mexico somewhere later on down the road. Something we will keep our eyes on. So, alright, here is in fact, let's take a look at the GPS ensembles. As you can see here, the current position of the storm takes it pretty much well with the National Hurricane Center. Got a few outliers, wants to turn it to the northeast sooner. But you can see most of the models do take it into just south of Cuba, into the northwestern Caribbean Sea. Some continue to take it to the west, into the Central America, Yucatan Peninsula, and then some of them wants to turn it after that. Few wants to turn it like through between Cuba and the Yucatan Peninsula. You can see a few computer model wants to turn it that way. Pretty much the black line here, as you can see, is pretty much the consistent of the control member, keeps it just south of Cuba. So that's something we're gonna have to keep our eyes on, and we'll let you know what's gonna happen in the next few days. So, but anyway, let's take a look at the intensity guidance of the system. Right now it has about 25 knot winds equal to 30 miles per hour. As you can see, some of the model keeps it into a tropical wave, but a lot of them do take it into a tropical storm around about 24 to 48, 60 hours out. Some even takes it into a category 1, possibly maybe one even takes it into a category 2. And the same one I showed you last night that shot it up into a category 4 is still hinting at a category 4 storm, but I doubt that. Right now that's the outlier. Pretty much if it do become a hurricane, probably will become a category 1 or 2 at best. But something we'll keep our eyes on and see what happens on down the road. Alright, let's move on to the weather radar now. As you can see across the nation, you can see we've got some activity up around Quebec, over toward New Brunswick, also over toward Prince Edward Island area, also toward Halifax, Nova Scotia, also some around Lake Huron, also up toward Milwaukee, Chicago, Detroit, some in eastern Tennessee, Kentucky. Got a batch of snow and rain showers maybe over here in Portland, Illinois, back in Iowa. Also some more activity over Minnesota, Minneapolis, east of there. West of there, you get some shower activity, like I said, through Wisconsin. Just in western Lake Superior, I got some shower activity. Let's move on. We got a little bit over here around southwestern Canada, just west of Edmonton, Canada, and also Calgary. Just northeast of Vancouver, got a little bit east of you guys, north of there toward British Columbia. Some activity around Seattle, Washington, just northwest of Portland, Oregon. We got a little bit of activity around Utah and also toward Denver, Colorado. Also portion of Arizona and New Mexico. And also we have a little bit of activity down across Havana, Cuba, in that region as well. A little bit in the Atlantic coastal waters. Everywhere else looks pretty quiet at this time. Alright, here is the current watch and warn advisory map for your location across the nation. We got a lot of frost advisories up here in portion of New York State, down to Washington D.C., Philadelphia, Maryland, New Jersey area, toward Pennsylvania, a little bit in western North Carolina, also over here in portions of West Virginia, also portions of Arkansas and Missouri. We have a lot of freeze warnings in effect in the purple here from Michigan through the Dakotas, through Minnesota, back in the portion of Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, much of Missouri, much of Kansas, portion of Nebraska, and also in the portion of Oklahoma. We have some freeze watches here in the teal green area. Same over here in portion of Nevada and California. Air quality alerts there as well for Wyoming, Idaho, and Oregon State. Special weather statements in California, Nevada, and also Utah. And we have a couple counties in Wyoming with a frost advisory as well. Special weather statement for eastern Texas, southern Louisiana, air quality alerts down in southeast Louisiana, southeast Texas, and some flood watches, river flood warnings still continue for area rivers in Florida. Small craft advisory, gale warning from Washington State to Southern California. Also a little bit from Louisiana over toward the Panhandle, Florida. Also from the Outer Banks of North Carolina all the way up to eastern Maine. The Hawaiian Chain Islands, Central South, got some small craft advisory, and also around all the islands we have some high surf advisories. All around the Alaska area, got some small craft advisory, winter storm watches inland, special weather statements north, and some freezing spray warnings to the northeast. Alright, let's take a look at the tropical weather page. Alright, this is at 8 p.m. this evening. As you can see, over the next 2 days, here's that little system here. They have a 20% chance of development over the next, over the next 7 days. 10% for that little system here I showed you on the satellite imagery there earlier. And over in this region here, we have a 60% chance of development when it reaches this area here, all the way over toward the Haiti, Dominican Republic area, Puerto Rico, and the Northern Virgin Islands, also northeastern Leeward Islands as well. So, like I say, get ready. I think Nadine's fixing to form here, probably in the next, probably toward the end of the week, maybe. All right. Something new. Take a look at the snowfall totals across the lower 48 and also Canada. As you can see, we got heavy precipitation over southwestern Canada. We have up to 26 inches of snow possible up in that region. Elsewhere around 1 to 4, maybe even up to 7 inches in some spot across southwestern Canada. We might even have a foot of snow over portions of the Rocky Mountains out toward a portion of Montana and Idaho. Also in the portion of Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico. Over in the portion of New Mexico, Arizona, also Wyoming, Utah, and also Nevada and California mountains. We even getting a little bit of snow showing up here in the western North Carolina mountains as well. Also in the portion of Virginia, a little bit of activity across Pennsylvania, also in the New York State, and also in the portions of the area in northern Maine. And then heavy amounts of snow also expected in the portion of eastern Canada, southeastern Canada as well, southern Canada, maybe anywhere from 2 to 4 to maybe 6 inches of snow expected in your region. Elsewhere, no snow is expected in the clear areas. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video, consider subscribing one more time, and we'll catch you back in the next one. So have a great Monday evening, folks. Take care and enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.